Hi, y'all. I'm going to go over today's devotional, two devotionals, our daily bread and my calendar one for today's date. So let's do it. Be like Jesus. We all are being transformed into his image with ever-increasing glory. 2 Corinthians 3:18. The tall passenger seemed to unfold as he stood up in the aisle of the small regional jet. Then I noticed the title of his boldly displayed book, Be Like Jesus. A few minutes later, I saw that the same man push others aside to grab his bag off the waiting trolley. Be like Jesus? I didn't know if he was truly a brother who knew Christ, but I was dismayed by this display of selfishness that misrepresented Jesus. As my feet hit the escalator, I saw the man again, book cover still visible. The words then elbowed my own heart. Be like Jesus, Eliza. Don't judge. And I wondered, was my presence emanating anything of Jesus? Becoming like Jesus is a transformational process, a metamorphosis of God growing his character in us as we yield to his ways. Paul wrote that believers in Jesus are being transformed into his image with increasing glory, which comes from the Lord. John marvels at how hard this is to understand, much less achieve. Now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. As the escalator spilled us out, I glanced again at the book, Be Like Jesus. The words took on a new meaning for me and redirected my gaze to my own heart and life. Reflect and pray. In what ways do you long to be like Jesus? How can you cooperate with his work in your life? In what ways do you long to be like Jesus? I long to be like Jesus by being as compassionate as him, as kind as him, as patient as him, as smart as him, or just smart in general, and being as kind as him and as honest as him. That's how I long to be like Jesus. How can you cooperate with his work in your life? So I looked up the meaning of cooperate, and it says work together. So how can you work together with his work in your life? I still don't kind of understand this question. It's like messing with my mind. My mind can't comprehend it, but I'm going to try my best. From what I think it's saying is, how can you work with his work in your life? I can work with his work I can cooperate with his work in my life by not going against him, by being what he wants me to be, and not going against him or straying away from him, and by being patient with the process and not complaining and telling him that I want better, but just trusting the process and trusting him. I think I answered the question. I don't know. But if you want to answer it, let me flip it around. In what way do you long to be like Jesus, and how can you cooperate with his work in your life? So that's the scripture for our daily bread. Now let's go do the scripture for my calendar. Today's date. Now, God, don't hold out on me. Don't hold back your passion. Your love and truth are all that keeps me together. Psalm 40:11. I hope everyone has a good day. Okay, bye.